All right, good to see you. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. Trying a bit of a beast of a race, which is 1 hour of Sebring. This is the LMGT3 trophy. Last week I went to COTA, Circuit of the Americas. I tried this. I had some okay results. I also ran out of fuel before the end of the race, trying to be clever. So we've got another hour here, but this time it's Sebring, and this time, well, I've got a bit of warm-up time. So I'm just going to see what I can do, what the car can do, and whether there's some value in being clever with fuel, or whether we just fill the car up and race until we have to box, basically, like a splash and dash kind of a race. I think we're set. There's a whole range of times in here, which seems to be how it goes for the early splits. Schumacher here is smashing a low too, so I look forward to being destroyed by them in the race. But I think first things first, let's just go and see where we're at, how far off we feel. Had some potentially good races here before, and then managed to spin myself out mid-race. So also, I believe the race is going to be this kind of weather with very mixed forecasts. So this is a bit like yesterday if you're in the stream where I'm at Monza, where I'm just going to have to try and work out what to do in any given set of conditions. There's no real right or wrong answer straight off the bat here. I don't even know if these dry tires are going to be very safe. I think I just got to turn the audio down a little bit. Hold up. Engine sounding very loud to me. Let's try that. I think I've only driven this in the dry as well. Yeah. I think we could all see that coming. What I'm not sure is even if this is still in a dry tire window, I might already be needing to switch. Let's warm up the tires first. So that's how much grip we have. And I'm pretty sure the race is forecast to start dry, so I don't want to rush to the wets. I've got to say, I reckon this is the most brutal of the pit exits on the calendar because it forces us out onto the final corner. Definite shopping trolley vibes at the moment. I think we're going to have to crank up some TC because this setup is aimed at dry. Alright, first things first. Can we get any tire heat? Actually, in these conditions, I should probably adapt it to the safer setup from the get-go, now I think about it. But I've got time to test. I don't know what's changed, but I feel like I'm getting masses of feedback on the ABS compared to normal. Maybe it's the fact that there's zero grip out there. There isn't much to work with. I'm gonna keep going. These tires will be hot because of that now anyway. Yeah, I wasn't really banking on my practice being a wet start, so this is gonna be a bit of a horror show at first. Yeah, already cold again. Good. Yeah, that guy's suffering too. It's gonna be tough out there. It's actually amazing when I stream at this time of day. The sun basically hasn't come out all morning while I've been out and about in here. And now I've gone live, I've got the most direct sunlight reflecting over here. I can barely see my screen. I think it's calming down now. You're wondering why I'm glowing. Blame the weather. $30 off in these conditions. I think we can improve on that somehow. There isn't really much to work with though. Everything I've learned about this track is going to become a bit useless in these conditions. I'm going to have to kind of relearn it. I don't even know if these tires are going to come into the window. Which is going to make practicing very difficult. I might even have to go away from the practice lobby to get some real info on the car. This is about as tough conditions. What just happened there? Just change? That's as tough as it's going to get. Debating whether to go start a private session quickly. Jeez, this is yeah, okay. Not quite what I'm after. Not even pushing yet, so have we hit the wet weather crossover? Probably. We must be close. Let me switch also to a safer set considering the weather. Let's see how wet's fair. We're probably right in between where if you've got nice hot slick tires you can survive, and wets are probably going to get hot in 2 laps. So let's see. Can't really tell you much about my fuel use yet because I can't get a good lap in, but it's usually somewhere up to about 4%. Which means we'll be boxing for like, I don't know, 3 laps at the end. Or we decide to do a 50-50 split. The weather might have an influence on that. Very hard to say right now. Right. I assume there's a small amount of grip now. Yep. All 7s on the TC should be okay for now. Surely these are just going to get hot in like minimal amount of laps, and then you end up ruining the tire anyway. Seem to have more traction out of the corners and the wets right now. Yeah, I think this is a better start point. I guess what would be good to know here is how much less energy we use in the wet. Not sure what the answer to that is at all. It's not drastic, but... it'll take down the lap count though to the end of the race. Holy cow, okay. So I've got just shy of 30 minutes to the race before the session. I really hope that's enough time to get all these different conditions worked out. Makes you realize how hard it must be as a imagining in a real life driver context when you don't really get much practice of any condition if it changes. The talent those guys have to just go out and figure it. Oh my god, okay, this guy's a hell of a lot faster than I am right now. On your way. Show me how it's done, dude. Oh, that's the guy who was setting 2s in the dry, yeah. This guy ain't messing around. It's just me, or is it getting like lighter and darker? It feels like it's flickering. It's really odd. And we're not actually losing hand over fist to this guy's quicker, but I guess it's starting to equalize out a bit. There is zero visibility here, that's for sure. Damn, there's nothing there either. Oh my god. Yeah, Ah, sun's come out now. So it looks like we're getting close to lobby pace if you ignore the dry time. A little bit off maybe. I just don't think looking at the forecast it's going to get this wet. I think the practice servers absolutely on one. It's a good experience there. Oh my days. Yeah, we still use a similar amount of energy a lap here. We're just doing less laps. Over a race. I really wonder how close it's going to be to do a no stop again. In my mind, it's going to run short, but then I don't know. In this weather, maybe that's totally the opposite. It looks like we've still got quite a lot of energy left, so I don't know exactly how many laps I've just done, but can't be too far off. It's probably still 2 or 3 laps short. Oh, it's so hard to know if the grip's gonna be there. I'm trying to work out is if there's any massive differences to full dry on dry tires reference points. Feels like the braking distance is just a little bit longer. It's not massively different because we're not going as fast, but you probably can't get away with the same late braking points, especially with the bumps. Yeah, I still nearly didn't make that. Holy, oh, wow, okay. I honestly think, unless the race does something totally different to what we're expecting, we're going to be on dry tires and it's going to rain a little bit. Thanks for cutting over the track there, buddy. Very smooth. Take a mental note of the one to watch. Okie dokie. Avoid at all costs. Right, let's have a look at the brake bias before I do anything else. The TC is a touch low, but it's kind of still pretty fun to drive. I'm going to try and neutralize the brake bias a little bit. So I've got a feeling I'm going to struggle to get turned in if I don't. Okay, there's a little bit too much. Man, this is tricky. Okay, my biggest challenge is getting turned in. Whoops. So can we get away with a more like rearwards bias for the wet? Let's go fully opposite to what the setup was. See if we're just locking up. Well, I'm not locking up. If the rear is just trying to get ahead of us. Oh dear. Okay, stopping distance is better. Do one more. Heavy car as well, I've got to remember, so not going to be nimble. It's so difficult to find that. I've got to turn in much earlier there. Not really sure why I'm getting a track limit there. I'm not really taking part yet. Okay, let's try a really rearward setting. Used to be the way to go in other series and sims I've done. See if we can get a bit more apex. It's mad, whenever I try, every time I think I'm starting to get a handle on something, it throws like a new spanner in the works for me. In this case, this weather may never come, but it is part of the forecast. I don't really want to get caught short. It's developing quickly though, like we've got puddles left, right, centre. Yeah, definitely better braking distances with the rear bias. Oh, wow. Okay, 100% good choice for the wet tyre when it gets like this. Just gotta keep my right foot up there a little bit. So far those curbs aren't too lethal. If you're wondering how someone set a 202, I assume they were here when it was dry. I'm pretty certain quality is going to be bone dry though. At least. Can we get a good lap? So difficult to know. What the car wants to do there. Okay. I have no idea in the wet if the ABS is so sensitive that I actually just need to brake less. To get the most braking. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. I don't know if it's working too hard. So that was no spiking of the ABS compared to before. Let's try a few more. It's that same so far. Just a bad exit. Obviously the rain is continuing, so I don't even know if the conditions are going to allow me to lap the same, but it shouldn't be too far off. Oh no. But the apex is starting to get very, very treacherous, so... Okay, 10 minutes to lobby. Trying to brake just below full. Oh, track's already very wet. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Good thing is the pushing the brake bias back and just settling down, it doesn't feel too blurry. It's just difficult to pitch the car in. Looks like we've got no excuses not to go quicker. We just do seem a bit slower in a straight line now. It's hard to get the power down. Like that. Kind of want to know what happens if you accidentally, like... Let's try at this apex. I want to see if these puddles really unsettle the car or whether it's more just a visual. Oh, there's nothing there. Because I imagine the tire would just lose all grip if I do that. I mean, I can't get near one right now. Hope everybody's well today. I appreciate you joining in. This is gonna be sketchy. Oh, there's a fat. Yeah, okay. I was going too fast, but getting too keen here. It's drivable, but it's a lot more understeer, as you'd probably imagine. All right then. One last throw at this. I wonder if staying on the brakes longer here could help. I don't want to start the car sliding, but I do need the car to grip the apex. It's going to be a real challenge if this is how the race looks. Yeah, I'm just not, okay. Not really finding much there. I'm just going a bit too quick. All right, for a no reference wet session, we're starting to get somewhere. 14s, 13s, and 12s. I'm sure we can improve a little bit there. Right, that's plenty of wet running. The usual thing has happened today where the lobby looks empty before, when I sign up, and then the routine fast boys arrive. So we're going to be schooled a little bit. Duzin, welcome. Good to see you, man. A very calm chat today. It's probably a good thing while I'm trying to get my head together. How quickly can I join? I think practice there'll only be one. So if I very crudely load a practice up, I guess, if I can ever get there. Uh, 24. I have to go through about 17 loading screens to get there, so bear with. All tracks, I guess. Sebring. There we go. Settings, practice. 10 minutes. No other cars. Just go. I need a 5-minute dry comparison. I very nearly did the weekly event to start today. That was an hour ago, and that was at Portimao. It's like a 90-minute send at Portimao, but there was less than 10 drivers at the time, and I was like, nah, let's do the hard, what I think is going to be the harder of the two races, but I got an extra hour to like sit down with this. So tires, setup. Actually, so if I load the safe, well, I haven't compared how much safer this is or whether it's more of a traction control change, but the safe is more likely to adapt to the wet for my driving. Just get out there. This is a total contrast. I think I can speed, right? I'm offline. Got a penalty. As long as I don't do that in the event. Okay. Yeah, so cold tires is a very similar feeling to trying to run slicks as the crossover hits. Sun is crazy again. Every time I'm out on track, it just smashes into like full sunlight outside. If it gets really stupid on cam, let me know and I'll block some light out. But I don't really want to race in the dark at this time of day. What this will tell me as well is what the car does in the dry for fuel and energy. I do need another lap to start getting that to read. Ooh. 5 minutes max. So the forecast is between dry and wet. Oh, hello. Friendly wall tap. So I'm probably going to fuel up so we can just make a stop when it suits us. There's going to be a brief Twitch ad, 2 minutes, coming up in about a minute's time, so you'll get the ad just before the session. Shouldn't miss a thing. We are, in theory, live on YouTube as well right now, if that's working. So if you want an uninterrupted feed, we are there as well. Trying to time it so we should only get one hit during the race. Yeah, braking distance is slightly more aggressive in full dry. So the wetter it gets, the more I'm going to have to bring that distance back. Yeah, if you get hit by the ads in a second, apologies, but it's just, I run them so you don't get ads every time someone joins the stream, basically. Twitch makes me pick one. Cannot have neither. Right. Quick reference lap, and we're in the lobby. I've got the telemetry running as well, so if I get a few spare minutes, I might have a look at where my weakest sector is. Sometimes good to have the info and not just be guessing. Actually, now going a little too slow there, I think. It's not horrendous, but I'm risking hitting the wall. Right, 2 minutes of ads running. I got DQ'd. It's a very unfortunate session for me there. The AI stewards are going to be watching me now. Looked like about 4% a lap too. It's kind of what I was expecting. We have 60 seconds before this session. Nice. All right, let's show you the race. So this is week 5, I believe, of the LMGT3 trophy. It's week 5 of all of these. I missed the first 2 weeks, so I'm not really doing this for a finishing position, but I am doing it for the fact that these are full, kind of slightly more involved than a daily race. Be it because it's a longer race, but also it tends to give you a bit of a strategy to think about. So I don't think my car will do a whole hour without a refuel. So I'm not going to plan for that. But if it's a wet race, that might change. And then we're going to have to be watching everything as we race, assuming I don't bin it. All right, we're joining. We get 10 minutes of practice in cloudy weather, qualifying, and then it's in the race. There's a forecast of showers. I don't know how bad that's going to get. So we'll just see what the field does, I think. Try and keep it on the track. We don't have a faster class to worry about here, which is probably a relief. The lobby's gone up to 16 too. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to fix the lighting because the sun is flashbanging me, and it hasn't been doing that until I went live. So I'll be right back. I'll press watch on the fast guy in case he goes out for a lap. Bear with me. almost biblical like. I mean, the long hair and the beard doesn't help, does it? Okay, well, there were no laps to show you there. Sorry about the pit lane cam. I thought I'd picked a good bet on a good horse there to show you. But all right, quali set load. Hey Pete, how are you? If you're just joining, 5 laps enough for this quali session? I'm actually going to go up to like 6 because I don't want to be short a lap when I do this. Yeah, good. A little bit apprehensive now about this one, only because the practice was wet. The race is forecast to be a mix, but the quali and practice are dry. So I can't really get into one zone here. I'm going to have to try and figure this out as we go. I have a decision to make. Flight sim or football manager while you watch. We need a chat vote. Flight sim or football manager. We have a user in here, flight level 0. He quite often is was flight simming while I streamed. So that's a tried and tested combo. How good is the football manager experience? I used to love football manager stuff. I kind of fallen off footy basically. I don't really pay attention anymore. I don't have a team. My hometown was Lincoln City, and their best ever. Why is my fuel on 1 lap? I've made a big mistake. I can't practice on that. I think it's because the quali set is already preloaded with the minimum fuel. Okay. My bad. There we go. Masses of energy, low fuel. There we go. So yeah, they had a year where they were like the underdogs in like the FA Cup, I think it was. You had a wet race at Monza and stayed on wets? See, all the Monzas I got were slightly too dry for wets. So you obviously got a different shake of the randomizer than me. Can act like you do. I remember getting the Football Manager games on like the PlayStation 1 or 2. They were pretty addictive. The last flight sim I played would have been on my first. Cold tires, Frank. Cold tires. Are we gonna get good at this quickly, or are we just gonna DNF now? The last flight sim I played was on a PC that could barely run a flight sim because it was so bad. We're talking a really old PC. So you had a wet start that dried up. Oh, I was getting races that started dry with very, very light rain. And the rain would get slightly more intense, but not enough to make wet tires work. Like, wet tires would have got hot and probably like baked after 4 laps. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's on Game Pass? Easy win. Yeah, I think I flew... The last flight sim I remember using was like probably when I was still on Windows 95. Maybe 98, you know, if the future had arrived. And I remember it because most of it was just texture, and then you'd get to a cool area that would actually load in some buildings and stuff, and then it would look good. I also, now you're reminding me, I used to play combat flight sims sometimes as well. That was pretty fun. Speaking of old game titles and throwbacks, I saw they've published Grand Prix 2 as like a port for Windows, which I really wanted to have a go at because I'm pretty sure that's a game I had on like a floppy disk once on a pre-PC. That was like an Atari or a Commodore or something like that. Don't fully remember. That's how I ever got into any form of gaming. That's a bit of an age reveal for you. Yeah, it is all mood dependent. I can sometimes really struggle to just choose a game. This week I completed Tomb Raider, the remastered one, which was good in places and a bit whatever in others, but I am not that warmed up. You crack on. One of my aims today is not to spin there and end up accidentally boxing myself. If I do that, because that's the pit entrance, I need to do it when I can fuel to the end and recover it. Commodore 64, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't think I had it when it was like current, like when it was relevant. I probably had it a bit late as a kid, because it would have been a sort of hand-me-down type of, you know. I saw the wheel. I nearly got fixation and drove straight into it though. And the Macca behind just hit the wall, I think. Narrowly missed it, maybe. Problem with the wet practice is I now got to remember how to feel confident in the dry again. It's very hard to be me. It's almost like racing drivers can just do this because they're a professional and it's their job. As old as the Atari. I had a ZX Spectrum too. I'm with you. I had a ZX Spectrum. That was technically the first piece of like computer/gaming stuff I ever owned. I think my parents found an old one. And my best friend at the time, it was, well, technically still my best friend now, but he learned to program on it a little bit. And he was really good at it. Like, he started making his own games on it. Because really you could just jump into the code and write your own programs if you had any ounce of curiosity, but oh, I was always a bit more of a visual person than a code person, but I can't imagine what I'd have been capable of now if I had taken to coding then, you know? The only coding I've learned was actually in the last year to learn how the Unity game engine works, and I started learning a bit for that. I actually made a small game last year. I don't think I've ever told anyone that. Okay. Oh, quali is 15 minutes? I think we'll go out twice then. Get a few laps down, come in, go again, because it takes so long to warm up. BBC Master B, is that older or newer than a Spectrum? That's a mystery to me. Got to find track space here as well. You no longer code, you manage. Oh, you had an Acorn Electron. See, okay, I'm talking and drinking coffee. Don't look for a minute, just look away. I should run ads at this point because it's just garbage viewing. It was an upgrade? Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I learned how Unity coding. I can't think if it's CSS or... I can't remember. I started to learn how it works in there, like the basics. But it's one of those things that the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. The more problems you come across to solve. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I had computers through my childhood, like hand me down, you know, probably a few years out of their life cycle. I don't think we ever had a new thing, particularly. And then by the time I finished school and decided that, well, I kind of went through art school and then for a year, like, which was college, and then university degree, I guess in a nice way, just fell off the computer bandwagon and started learning how to do design with computers, which was kind of very different, I guess, because then it was like using early Apple Macs and stuff. The gaming never really came into it. And then it took me 5 to 10 years probably to wind my way back into gaming. That's quite a long gap if you think about it. So I mean, in console eras, I stopped after the PS2. Completely missed the PS3, which I have an old one now, and I still like enjoy playing games that I missed. That's kind of like my downtime hobby now. It's like, if I get a free evening, I just play something on the PS3 for a change. But then, yeah, I came back to a PS4 quite late after that had been out, and it came with like the Gran Turismo GT Sport bundle, and it just reminded me how much I used to enjoy it, and I was like, I should buy this, like, and I really had to convince myself to buy it. And now all older gaming peripherals and consoles and stuff, they're kind of rebuilding value. Like, there's kind of a love for them again. I'm pretty sure there was a year of my life where I obsessively wanted, you know, when the Dreamcast was coming out? All I wanted was like a new console then, just because it was on every magazine. I'm not even saying a lap here. I'm just enjoying the chat. I'll do a lap next lap. And again, these conditions, the tires are they're not getting too much love here. So I should probably start getting the brakes to do some work. Look at that, barely anything through the tires. Not sure I can do much about that. When your sisters came along, you started buying second hands. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you were lucky to get that phase of things being new. It's funny when you're a kid, because you don't really have much control over that, do you? You just work with what your family situation is. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I got the PS2 new or not. If I did, then my parents probably had to really put some time aside to get one, because I doubt they were cheap and cheerful for them at the time. I had friends who had like the N64 as soon as it came out and all that, but I was quite happy on a PlayStation. Duck Hunt? Oh, the gun games are some of my favorite. Like Time Crisis is obviously a bit newer, but Point Blank and stuff, they were hours of fun. Like getting us, I think I got that pre-owned, but like getting hold of the gun attachment was so much fun. What up, Dead Pixels? How are you? Joined us right in the middle of it. A throwback of PCs and consoles. We're all just showing our age, and it's fine. Okay, I should probably do a little bit less yap and a little bit more lap. Wow, that's catchy, huh? That's like a really bad marketing line that isn't really very true of my stream. But hey, put that in a notebook somewhere, you never know. So, I am forever cursed by the presence of the fast guy in P1 at this time slot. That's how it is. He's always here to show exactly how it's done. One day we can only hope to get that good. So my race is going to be more about a bit of opportunism and hopefully a bit of consistency somewhere in there. I'm going to be somewhere in the middle, I think. Definitely under driving for dry, but we'll get there. Perfect dead pixels, yeah. Perfect. Just stay in that camp of don't know what you're talking about, mate. PS who? PS what? PS who? Still feel like I'm off my pace. That's what I get for a wet weather practice. So let's try again. Seems I've got a clear piece of track. I might be rushing the downshifts a little bit in this, but slightly like Gran Turismoing my way around. Alright, 0.4 up. That's how we get inside the top 10 apparently. Still got 3 laps if the tires stay alive. I really don't know how many laps are worth doing on tires for quali before they start to give up. Fast boy behind. Hopefully we won't get in the way of them. It's motivation to stay quick. Alright, good. We're starting to come up by a second. We need this lap. So loose there though. Downshifted it. Come on, one corner. And we might top 10 this thing. Chucky Egg? There was an egg game called Dizzy. Do you remember Dizzy? Forgotten about that. It's really good. Like my mate loved it. Like he was obsessed with that game. I never really touched it. I just watched him play it. Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, if you were a kid that got the games early, like you were one up. For sure. The kids who had N64s and they came out from my era were like on it. You never hear them shut up about it either. What's cool this year is I got a Switch as a gift from a girlfriend. It's a really nice gift. And I can now emulate stuff I used to play through their online system, so I can load like Game Boy Advance titles and even N64 titles, so you can grab like GoldenEye on it now, which is kind of cool because I missed most of those games. I never got to play as Zelda or anything like that, and I got time for stuff like that. Like I say, it's like a downtime indulgence, but yeah, that's been awesome. I'm still only 10th. Why am I in such competitive lobbies, man? This is gonna be interesting. It's like I expect to turn up and be handed the win or something. Okay. Stop downshifting there. I keep wanting to go into second and it's not working. It's not working. I found the, I think brake earlier, brake a bit less. Relax a bit more. Congrats on the rig setup. Hell yeah. First rig or just new rig? I can't remember if you how much of your setup you had before. So what's happening is we've got 2 or 3 laps left here. Well, 2 actually. And then we go racing. And we got 1 hour on the clock. I have the fuel. I'm so relieved. I may not have the skill. And I can go quicker, but I need to go a lot quicker to change anything about where I am now. And in the race, dry conditions, the car won't last the whole hour without needing a pit stop for energy and fuel, right? Ah, this lap's dead. I think tires might start to factor now. But if we get rain, then that fuel window will change. And the likelihood of being able to do a no-stop gradually comes back to us, but I think it's unlikely. I think we plan for a very short stop. I don't want to split the race in half because I think it just makes the pit stop too long. How are tires though? Yeah, tires in the cold. Seems way less abrasive out there, so... It's not like when I was racing at Portimao yesterday, where like half an hour in, I'd worn my front left down. Alright, I've got 1 last send. I might as well give it a go. I need half a second minimum. Otherwise we are where we are. I don't know how he's doing 1.9. I want to cry at this time of day when this is happening. I gotta find my esports mode, man. New one, the other one was a bunch job. Fair enough. Cheers, mate. Yeah, just... That's right. You're done, so you just stop. I get it. That was nearly a horrendous accident. I also glanced away because I was on the straight, so it was... even more likely to be a crash than normal. There is no safe space here. Who was that Beamer? Holy crap, I definitely don't want to be anywhere near them in the end of the race. I've done my quali, so I'm just gonna stop. Alright, bad sector 1, but we are up. Have we got any time here? Felt okay. Was it quick? Will do. Same again. I think we'll come into a 3-second off the leader window here, but that's a lot of time on the table. That's gonna take a lot of work for me to get good here. Overslowed, goddamn. Car seat and a flimsy wheel stand? Hey, it's how you race it, dude. I raced for so long just with my wheel on the desk. It was only because I started wrecking myself sat like that. Come on, get a faster lap despite tapping the wall. That's how much time is on the table. God damn it. That means we're starting behind Urso, not in front of. Alright. Haven't got much time here. I do want to quickly look at telemetry if I can, just to see where the most time loss is. But that's a tough one, right? I got time to do this? I'll show you guys if I've got time. Compare the lap. So, quick display here, although I have to watch out for race counter. Oh, it's already counting down. So 1.5 seconds by the hairpin. 2.5 through the middle sector. I lose most time in the first 2 sectors. I would like to have a look at this properly, but the countdown is not in my favor today. I've got to get going. Right, safe setup because it might rain. I think that's what I'm getting. Yeah. That doesn't look like it's raining yet. So we are going to start on the medium tires and see what happens. Let's have a look on the track. High-end motion rig? Yeah, involuntary motion rig. That should be a thing. Thanks for being here, guys. This is a 1-hour race if we don't tip it straight away. I've got TC on quite safe at the minute. Oh, wait. There's only 2 more cars behind me. We're pretty much at the back. Thank you, Barry. The racing is just starting. You've missed nothing. I've had to practice both wet and dry because this rain does have a forecast of potential rain. It's overcast with a drizzle forecast. I don't know how that's going to go. It might rain very lightly. If it does, we'll probably all just be on dry tires. If it rains heavy, yeah, then it starts to get a little bit interesting. As always, I cannot catch up unless I want to smash the other car. So you can use the pit limiter if you really want to be safe with your speed. It's very tricky though, because I'm trying not to drop too far back. It seems okay. I find the start more tense than anything else. Alright. Let's go green. Should be a late splash and dash here. Not too much other strategy to think about. Unless it rains. Yeah, hey man. Guarantee that's the same beamer that stopped in the middle of the track. I'm just going to bet that now. The death beamer. And now he turns in like I'm not there. Yes. Okay. Noted. I'm avoiding this guy. The race is too long. Thought I'd shown enough there just to... We're gonna die to this beamer, I'm afraid. Can someone start digging a hole so I can just go lie in it in 5 minutes, please? Oh, now I'm getting sent by another one. Oh, Mac nearly had me. Surprise, surprise, that's the other driver I said I wanted to avoid in the session, so... Let's try and move forward a bit. I'm going ultra defensive now because I really don't want more hassle. I want these 2 to scrap behind. Everyone's so aggressive on cold tires. Might need to pull the TC down a bit. What is your ambition here, buddy? And he's hit me again. If you could just relax, this would be helpful thing. Okay. This is tricky. I'm going to actually take some TC down. So I feel like I'm a bit stagnant out of corners. Hit the wall. We've done that before. That'll bend your steering quicker than anything. Yeah, rubbing is racing. At least we're still alive. Hey. I think rubbing is mandatory with these guys. I don't think it's just racing. I think it's part of the brief. It's going to be very hard to overtake if they're this... they're as defensive as they are aggressive. I mean, this Beamer looks like he's quick, to be honest, so I don't know really what I can do about him. But I just feel I'm going to get punted in a minute. Like, he's got that car switched on a lot quicker than I have. And now he's going to get frustrated, so I've got to be ready for anything now. Okay, he's relaxed there. Fortunately, the Macca behind just, or Ferrari or whatever, just stopped fighting, so... Car doesn't feel great, and I think it's a full fuel thing. Just want a bit of momentum. And if I can get a tow, then it's easier to shoulder this guy off. But he is, unless he's on a 50-50 fuel strat, that would explain why he's able to just pick the car up and attack already. I think he's just a bit quicker than me. Fair play though, we've had no contact since, so... Yeah, I think he's just quicker as well. Maybe through setup he's got like a more slipstream car. It's annoying though, because I'm trying to focus on my line, not the attack from behind. Again, that's ambitious, mate. Thing is, I can't go anywhere particularly because I've got to think about the guy I keep catching who's dropping off everyone else. This is an online championship race. This also is an intermediate race, you're right. That is my fault. That is my fault. Go, 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 go. I couldn't stop the car. That is entirely my fault. Could not stop the car there. I need to just focus up into that hairpin. I kind of stayed off the inputs just a little bit there when he started to spin, because if you accelerate as you're tagging another car, you are going to pitch them around. I don't want to do that. Hold my hands up for that one. A huge mistake. Yeah, I think the guy ahead's struggles in certain places that I don't, and vice versa. It's very hard to turn that into anything. And every time I try and go quicker, I make mistakes. So now I've let that guy go. Right, guys, we've got a 2-minute ad coming up. Apologies if you're going to get hit by that. It should arrive in the next minute. Maybe a bit after. Alright. I'm gonna give this guy... If you stop flashing and drive, maybe then we'll do something. Yeah? Man, he's... Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault. I followed him into the wall. Right. That might be a very early retirement for me. Oh my god. I actually followed him into the wall. This is a great time for adverts. Yeah, I wish the adverts had already happened. We are butchered now. Yeah, my steering is disconnected. Basically, it's there, but I think we're dead. Let's see if that straightened the wheel out at all. Yeah, this is useless. Well, I can't blame him for driving into the wall, but it certainly screwed me up. Oh well, that's a me problem, guys. Imagine warming up for a race and then doing that. It's been a very unlucky 2 days for crashes. What can I do next? Because I'm debating whether this is a finish it race or not. I guess let's get the pit menu up. I mean, the car is steering itself right now. It's not even like one way is steering. It's just wobbling left and right at will. I don't think I've had damage like this in a while. I assume it's broken in 2 corners, not just one. Oh my goodness. There was good potential in that race. Right, no tire change. Fuel to 100. If it was lighter damage, I could have boxed and not lost too much time, but I think the damage is gonna ruin me here. Slow in lap and a slow pit stop. We made it. Let's see how damaged we are. It's gonna be like another minute on track, I imagine. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this racing style of like, I'm gonna flash you because I deserve to be past you. Just race me. Like, you're alongside me and you're flashing. Like, what's your point? If you're faster than me, then race me and overtake me. Like, that needs to be a prick. I'm gonna grab a coffee. Sorry about ads, guys. Probably good timing because I'm just sat in a pit lane. Continue or go do something else. We're a lap down now. Damage was massive. I don't really know why we're still in the pits, unless it's just more damage repair. Wait, why has it put new tires on the rear but not the front? Doesn't matter, but what an odd choice. I thought they were on none. Your plane is still in the air? Well then, that's the main thing. If I had crashed your plane, I don't think I could take the responsibility there. I think we might be 2 laps down. Like, I'm surprised if it's just 1. Right, I guess this is... I don't think it's fixed. Somehow. I don't think the car is fixed. Unless the... maybe the rear tires are colder. Let's just check. The rear definitely... Okay, well the wing's intact. Cold rears, let's see if it's that. I didn't want to change any tires, but I thought it was set to none. That's my bad. Okay. Two DNFs. The question is, will anyone else also DNF? Is it worth it? We got 48 minutes. potentially got my pit stop done. So yeah, we've lost about 5 minutes because of damage and everything else, but car doesn't feel good right now. Let's see if that's just cold tires. All right, take two. What we need is the weather to arrive, as promised. Make it very spicy for everybody. Meanwhile, I can do my laps with less pain from the drivers around me. But yeah, while that ad break was running, I might have been chatting while you guys couldn't actually hear me. I was just saying, I'm a little surprised. The people who believe they're faster and might be faster feel the need to like flash their lights as though they're owed a position. It's like, brother, we're in a race. You didn't get an ad break? Nice. I never quite trust the system to always work, but I run 2 minutes every 40 and it stops ads for anyone joining the stream. Oh my god, nah, come on, switch on. It's not worth finishing if I'm not gonna even keep it between the walls. Alright, there's a position. I obviously need the practice at the track, so if we need it, we might as well use this race to grab it. But yeah, I was just kind of waffling on about how odd it is for someone to like feel like they're owed a position in a race when you're all in the race. If you want the position, then you know, make a good overtake by all means. Which, to be fair, they did in the end. It's just a real shame that I followed them. If they'd hit the wall and I dodged it, it'd have been clean out of there. So yeah, there is time for me in this race because I don't think I owe an extra pit stop. So we will get some time back, but it's not going to be comparable to crash-free race, unfortunately. So yeah, we can talk about just about anything, guys. My focus just needs to be on keeping away from these leaders for as long as I can and hope that they have to box before they catch me. I have really got to learn there to get the car turned in. What a mop it though. Imagine driving into the wall straight after the guy in front of you. 2 races at Sebring, I've done that now. I can practice getting quicker here though, because I know there's more time out there. Yeah, exactly. So now I can sort of slightly overdrive without technically losing anything. I assume, I can't remember who was who, but I assume the driver who hit the wall survived it, because I'm pretty sure they didn't do what I did and career into another barrier. I obviously managed to whack it just a little bit harder. You know, maybe the Beamer's just got that extra layer of armor for that. I'm about where I started though, I think. So is everyone noticing the fact that through certain sectors I'm seeing the like the sky flickering from bright to not bright? I wonder if I can fix that. I assume that's not just my monitor. I've got a horrible feeling the rain's not going to come though. And I need the rain to arrive to like disrupt the field now. Like we need the field to get spooked. Still 40 minutes though, and it's still cloudy. I don't know. One day, I will put together a good race here. Nice. Car's really nice to drive here as well. At least it's, I think in a pit stop, at least it gets fixed pretty well. And it's not like a 10-minute fixing time, so you can be grateful for that. I don't think I'd finish many races if the damage counter was that brutal. Because if you crash on track and can't make it to pits, you are out of the race. There's no towing. The only way rain would negatively hit us, I think, is if it rained so much that everybody boxing late was able to do a switch to wets. That would hurt us badly. Because then I'd be the idiot trying to stay out on my tires or having to take 2 stops. That's a cut, right? We are catching so a little bit. Didn't trust it there. It looks like he's just lost his pace. I'm not trying to catch him on the road, but it might signify damage because he also looks like he's slowed down again. And every incident in this race brings people a bit closer to mine. So, unfortunately for these guys, I kind of need them to bin it a little bit. Shinel has dropped back now. What's happening? Can usually rely on this race for a little bit of spice. Yeah, this Maka is looking a little dead right now. They got 2 laps on me, I think. I wonder if it says +2 laps because I'm genuinely 2 behind or because I'm more than a lap behind. I don't know how the counter works here. I guess we'll find out because this is -2 to them. So I assume it is legit. That was 2 laps worth of time lost. Not fully sure, honestly. Imagine avoiding walls though. Right, they've pit. That's going to bring me 1 lap in range, so then we'll see how long they're in there for, I guess. So let's see if I actually am fueled to the end or whether I got to be clever. 19 laps, 38 minutes. Ooh. Ah, okay. It's not cut and dry. I might have been very unlucky and had to pit 1 lap too early. That's so cruel if it happens, but I am probably going to get... Ooh, hello, Rain. Hello, Rain. Right, this should mix everything up. P13's still in the pits. Looks like they might have had a similar problem. Right, now the game is going to be, can we stay out on dries and for how long? I might as well risk it. What am I losing? If it's a wet stop, then I can at least top up energy. But that's going to screw me really badly. Because the only risk I can take is if I think it's going to rain fully, and I can't really tell. I could actually go in one more time, grab wets early, get a top up, lose time, but then watch the race come back to us as it gets wetter while other people are trying to hang it out on the dries. But it's high grip right now, so I think it's too soon. Yeah, hopefully an equalizer. Right. I think I was only 1 lap down on the field on the majority because I'm now in delta range of that car. So it says -2 laps, but I think that's just meaning it's more than 1 lap. Bit confusing. Or that guy lost a crap ton of time, but yeah. I think we're closer to these guys than it feels like. Okay, so we're going to have to watch TC straight away. Sure, I'm not freely spinning it up. Still quite a lot of grip. Go safe, and I'm going to start moving the bias back a bit. Try and accommodate for the fact that the front will no longer want to turn in soon. Tires surfaces are getting cold. So many menus to think about. Temps are still up at the moment. What I don't know is how cool your tires can get before they stop giving any useless grip. We'll probably find out on track. I've actually got a race with this guy coming up. So I've got to keep an eye on that. And the weather. Nice and simple. Oh, somehow I finally found an apex there. Right, we're at drizzle stage. We're at damp track. Okay. Will it stay raining, or should we survive it on these tires? Because the pace will start to go down. That will reduce the lap count, and that might mean maybe I've got enough to get to the end. 17:34 minutes. It's on the borderline. Like, 1 extra lap will kill us, though. Might do a little bit of lift and coast in the bad weather. Because there's no real gain in me going 100% right now. Still catching the guy ahead. Well, guys, sorry about the wall smash. That was not the plan, but I feel like there could still be some stuff to happen here. Higher temps are still there. So it seems like a dry tire race still. What the? You turned the lights off. I wonder if that's because one of my effects settings is low. I felt like that wouldn't happen on higher settings. Okay, now the Maca is getting away a little bit. Surely he didn't put wets on. But no way of knowing. As far as I know, he's the only guy to have pitted for damage. Everyone else ahead hasn't stopped. He's driving away from me right now. Still got a damp track. I think we're using a lot less fuel as it gets slippier. Which is like the best news I could have right now, because then I can drive to the finish. Yeah, we are starting to save fuel, I'm sure of it. Just starting to lose traction there. TC is firing up now. Still, oh, no. Too late. Too busy looking at everything else. I'm on my own. We'll be fine. That was dumb. Yeah, I'm seeing the TC trigger a lot now. Still don't think it's wet though. Again, the pit stop wants me to change my rear tires. I don't know why. Change that later. Oh wow. Okay. It's time to adapt. Lots of pitters. Okay, lots of halfway pitters. But what are they going to do for tires? What they're doing is forcing themselves to make a decision now. And it's only damp. Now it's getting worse. Like, it's getting harder to drive now. There's yellows. I really don't want to hit someone. Okay, there's dead. That's the Maca. Probably just spun out. If you go into wets now and it stops raining, like, what are you going to do by the end of the race? It's worth me thinking about that, because that's how I'm going to catch people if I do. Unfortunately though, my grip is starting to slack off as well, so how long do I stay in this window for before it's too costly? I don't really have a good reference. Let's get the deltas back. So I can still kind of hit braking points, but there isn't much when I get there. Damn, this is tricky now. I think I've just got to stay out as long as I can and find out. Although I would say that, I mean, my braking points are now half an hour too late. Keep an eye on the pace of the guys ahead, though. It's the only real comparison. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's understeer and oversteer now. It's not really getting worse either. Yeah. So let's start getting some really early braking points. I can't turn in. Save my life. So brake bias is going further back. It's only damp. And the forecast is not to get heavier. Okay. I want to hang in there if I can. Jeez, there's nothing there though. Nothing much going on there. Man, without crashing, this would have been very interesting because I think we've got a better strat than most. Running long is, I think, the way to go, but the wet runners might disagree now. Maybe they're... Oh my... There's nothing on track. I think we're hitting a critical point, but I'm stubbornly trying to... Nope. There's not much going on. I'm stubbornly trying to see this out. Because the moment it stops raining, wet tires are a bad decision. But... maybe I'm going too deep. I feel like the leaders are still out, so they're doing the same thing. They're just doing it better than me. Hey, welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining. This is so tricky today. I'm on dry tires, wet conditions. Well, there you go. There it is. There is no more track grip for me. And I keep thinking it's going to start drying up so that we can survive, but every lap we move on now is starting to make that trickier. I don't want to take a leader out. How's that forecast? Oh, well, onto slightly wet. No wonder it's hurting. Do I survive or do I box? I think we're at like critical point now. I've already had to take my pit stop for damage. Am I losing so much time now that I might as well pit? If so, I should be doing that already. The leader just pit. I'm so far back. Oh, the wet warning just came out. I've never seen that before. So let's assume this guy's on wets because he's catching me like I'm not moving. Now, I have 0 grip left. I don't know if the brave strat is the good strat anymore. If it stops raining now, we can get through it. If it carries on like this, I might as well just get on wets and go. Because there's nothing left. I'm starting to slide in a straight line. It's pretty concerning. All yours, buddy. It's not the best place to leave it, but I can't do a lot more than that. Right. It is getting to that stage, isn't it? But I can afford to take this risk because where am I in the race? I'm at the back and I'm a minute ahead of the next car. So I sort of want to see, like, how bad can it get? Will it improve? I think the answer is it's not coming back to me now. But at the same time, I've got the luxury almost to be able to pit for tires and probably not lose a position. It just isn't quite stopping raining. That's the problem. And there aren't enough cars on track to grip it up a bit. I'm sorry, bud. It's not intentional. It's just a lack of grip. All yours. This is probably my give up and pit lap, but I can't stress how good it is for me if I can survive this. In terms of like the last 20 minutes of the race, it just doesn't look like it's going to clear up, does it? It's such a good race to have a gamble on though. As long as I don't become like a mobile chicane to everybody. The worst of it is just apexing now. Yeah, it's starting to become a bit of a joke out there, isn't it? Oh, this forecast is useless. It says it's going to stop raining. Not quick enough, I don't think. And now the guy behind is starting to catch me, which probably means he's on a better tire. Now I got nothing left, guys. I'm taking the escape road now. I think I'm gonna have to just give in. Sucks. Track is now full wet. It's not getting drier. It's got wetter. Alright then. Box. Yeah, I've gone one lap too far, like you said. The car is actually not willing to cooperate now. Which is fair. Oh my god, so many menus. This is impossible to do on the fly. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I do not want a brake replacement. This takes so long to do while driving. I'll do it in the pit lane, screw it. Alright. It's just stopping raining as well. It's just starting to ease off. It's too late. No change. You wet. Well, guys, it hasn't worked. Oh, I hate this system. I don't want 2 laps. Oh. It's over. It doesn't matter. I've got enough. I tried to add 2 laps. It's a total. I have to put a total in, so I needed to add the maths to get me 2 laps further. Whatever. Never mind. I'm glad I took the chance. Because the only thing I lose is a position to this guy because I stayed out 1 lap too long. He's about to pass me. There's a mix of circuits this week. There's Portimao in the other online GT3 championship. We've got someone to chase. There's Sebring and intermediate. There's a sort of mixed weather Monza sprint in the beginner. The others are like prototype races, which I find it hard to jump between those and GT3, so I tend to avoid. And then I think the advanced have got like a Spa sprint and can't think what the other one is. It's a good mix of stuff. It's just very hard to schedule. Say if you pick a discipline like GT3, it's hard to chain races together in order. They tend to all come at like the same slot, if you know what I mean. You have to pick one and then wait a slot. Yeah, not at all. Sorry, it's not a bit more clear. Well, guys, this was definitely a good choice. Made too late. I think we can catch this guy because I believe he might have put wets on very early, and if he did, we should have the tire advantage now. I'm kind of guessing. So this feels really good to me because I've just been surviving on the worst car I've ever driven. Because I stubbornly stayed out in the wrong conditions. Oh no. Why is he slowed down? Huh? That's weird. I was about to let him go. Did he make a mistake? It's really strange. Unless he's pitting. This is someone I should have been racing without the crash. That ruins my fight with the car ahead because I slowed down and the overtake never happened. So we'll get it done here. Right, tyres are warm. Please say your pace is good once I'm warmed up. It's really awkward if I have to follow and pass. Oh, guy ahead struggled there. It's not over. P13 is on. We were never catching anyone else in this race based on the lack of incidents, so this is our fight. Oh. They just lost their wing. I did all that build up to a fight. And the fighter tripped over on his way to the arena and stuffed his ankle. Okay, so the fight is now between me and the track. Because I don't think Chanel is getting back after that one. They're about to do the longest lap of their life. Man, the apprehensive feeling of watching that guy go off, I was so psyched for that. So, P13. Wait, P12 just died. P12 is out of the race. Top 10 incoming, guys. Skill, strategy, no luck whatsoever. I'm glad we stayed in now. Anyone else gonna drop it other than me? Notice it stopped raining, by the way. Notice the conditions have just started to turn in the direction I was praying they would. Sadly, it came 15 minutes too late. If this had happened on dries, I would have stuck it out the whole race and probably made up a lot of time. I'm on the freshest tyres of the field now, I think, so we should be okay, whatever happens. I wonder if anyone braved the dry tyres again for the reasons I tried to stay out. If they did, they're going to be really having a bad time like I was. It's all speculation, really. I've got no facts. Hopefully we'll do another race after this, seeing as this one fell off a little early. Ooh, yellows. Just a warning. Oh man, you definitely need to get that car off the track now, mate. I think it's okay. 2-minute ads on Twitch, the usual. Live on YouTube if you want the uninterrupted in between. They'll probably fire up in the next minute. I run those so that people can join the stream without ads. I have to choose, so that's my choice. If you are sticking around, I appreciate it. We'll probably do something after this. Hopefully a bit more on the lead lap kind of racing. So we are 100 seconds. off the next guy. Which probably means they're not far behind me. Damn, I don't have my proper chat up, so I can't see all the emotes. That sucks. Sucks to be me. I am going to need an extra monitor for this setup so I can have a full chat screen for sure. And very limited retail space on the second monitor, so probably when I next relocate, I will build it up that way. So the guy ahead is Fortunati. Don't know where he is on track. Our pace is the same, and then it's Ursa, who's actually still on the lead lap. So I don't know what happened to Fortunati, but he's fallen off a bit. And then Urso's the guy ahead of me. You get 3 attempts at these races every week, so if I felt like I could do this again but better, we have the opportunity. I feel a bit silly now because I actually crashed in the dry. I've survived all these terrible laps on the wrong tyre to, you know, for the sake of science. And I couldn't keep it together in the dry. It's tough out there. Looks like P3 is about to lap us. And I broke way too late there. We are catching him by about 2 seconds max, so I only need a 3-hour race before we'll be right there with him. Can I just say how close I was to getting the weather right? Like, I did the right thing and boxed the wets, but look at it now. We're back to slightly wet. The track was going to dry eventually. It never would have been quick enough to do what I was trying to do. It's insane how little energy you use though. I started this stint with not quite enough, and I am ending this stint with loads. So it's kind of good that I didn't refuel again. Yeah, that's the thing actually. What I need to do really is probably get a slightly wider, good main monitor. Slightly fancier one. And then I'll definitely have enough monitors to like build a stream set. It's just been getting back to streaming has been, I guess, the first thing, and I've really enjoyed that. Next job is to get back to better racecraft, huh? Gotta love going live when you crash. Peak, oh my god, speaking of. Peak show of talent here. And look how the wets are already starting to ask questions of the circuit. We were so close to making those dries last. And just about now is the state we needed. Just as it starts to curve off. With VR crashing, I think if I did bring VR to the stream, it would be to crash. Yeah. Epic, immersive crashes. Here's the Sebring pit wall in VR. Right. I think this is still P3. So we ain't gonna block him. It's actually very difficult at Sebring to know where I am least in the way of a similar car. I'm going to be a gentlemanly lifter here. It's not the conditions to mess with P3. They're having a good race, you know. I even got a little flash to say cheers, mate. We'll take that. Could have been a flash to say, ah, but I hope not. Oh well, wet tires was correct for this one. Just. I'd love to do one of these again if the weather was very slightly different though, because I would gamble the dries. I would survive it and gamble. I imagine VR to be very self-satisfying if you're doing it purely for your own like involvement and immersion and stuff. I imagine it's incredible because being able to look and see the car to my side and stuff, that's why people have like crazy good like triple monitor sets when they race, because you kind of learn to love having that vision either side of you. I just race with the one monitor and I use my radar to like, you know, anticipate what's going on, but yeah, VR you're just like, oh, I see him. Or in my case, it'd be like, oh, there's the track. Just over there in the distance. I mean, streaming is already a technical hitch for quality settings anyway in this. Why yellows? Why yellows? Urso died. How dead though? How dead? Still rolling. Still got a wing. How much though? Are you going to pits? Nah. That's fine. They were just being kind to P3, I think. Man, if we got one more, that'd be pretty insane. Quicker than the guy ahead, but it's nowhere near enough to do anything this race. Interestingly, because of the temps, this track hasn't dried very quick. Like the wets are holding out here. It's not even gone back to damp track yet. Good to know. Hot temps, we'd be back to burning the tires, I'm pretty sure. And the Stero. Do you mean more money on the monitor setup, I imagine, right? Because it's 3 monitors worth of expense. I'll be honest, as a stream-minded person, I don't want to be sat here with goggles on. Unless there's a really smooth way, obviously, that you've got chat in there. Maybe that works really well, but I could only see myself doing it as an off-stream thing. And I don't like VR streams on the most part. Like, I can't watch them myself, and I don't think I'd want to put through people watching that. Put people through watching that, sorry. Right, again, I'm not in a fight here. She's just gonna give this guy his line. I don't have to do that. Like, it's not in the rules that I have to just step away and act like, you know, I'm not in the race. I can hold my line, but it seems so stupid for where I am in this race to even risk a P3 and 4's race. Or mine. Yeah, I think it must be amazing. I've tested VR a couple of times just on like random scenes. Like, I think it was like a waterfall scene, and someone came into our workplace sort of showing it off as like tech that we could work on, but yeah, just can't imagine streaming it. Yeah, I know what you mean, Space. Like, The idea of being on here with a giant headset in front of my face for an audience seems a bit off for me. I think if what you're showing on screen is incredible and somehow the audience gets a VR experience, in future, maybe that will be an incredible way of streaming, right? So if you can watch with a VR headset and experience more of the three-dimension, like imagine you sit in the player's car and you can look around at your leisure, right? Because you're being streamed to the car feed, not my head. That would be incredible. Like imagine being in the passenger seat of someone's race car. Then I would like, I'd be so on board for like a VR experience, but for me it doesn't add anything audience focused, and I guess part of my enjoyment of this is sharing the races with you guys. So. I mean, hey, that's me. That's my take, you know? I'm not telling anyone how it is. Did you know, like some people might know this, the old Test Drive Unlimited 2 had a mode, and correct me if I'm wrong about the game, but where a second player could join the passenger seat of a friend's car. So if you were online driving in the server, I'm sure it was that game where you can invite your mate to effectively sit in the passenger seat while you drove around, which is a crazy good idea for like a free roaming car game. Like, because we talk about like immersion and stuff, like just being able to be a passenger in someone's car, and like it's like when you're on a Discord call with someone in a race. Like, I think that's genius. I've got the game wrong for that feature. I'll look it up. I'm sure it was a test drive game. I probably shouldn't talk about the follow-up last year, which managed to... its major shortcoming was getting everybody online to race together. Man, the new test drive hurts so much. I had an awkward feeling about it, and then I decided to sign up for like a closed play test because I was like, this game could be amazing. Like, it's kind of where AC Evo might be really cool, because I think they're gonna try and do what Test Drive used to do very well and make it about like car culture and, well, like the mod scene already does for Assetto Corsa, but yeah, even in that closed play test, I couldn't get the game to perform very well, so I held back a lot of judgment at the time. But I could just tell by the mechanics of the game and the choices that had been made and stuff, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this. And this game should be like everything I want in a video game if I was being, you know, picky. It's not. So we've got AC Evo tomorrow. How many people would buy it on day one? Like, I feel like I'm not even driving now, I'm just literally cutting corners. I don't know like what we're gonna be paying out and stuff. I thought I'd want to be a day one driver and get it on the stream. I haven't decided yet. And I don't know if anyone's got early access streaming, as in not even early access, but you know what I mean, like the day before access. Because obviously there might be a ton of streams tonight from, it's like an inner circle basically with Assetto Corsa, and if you're in it, like a trusted creator, you'll get early doors. Because are they gonna price it low, get you in, and then add expansion for more money, or are they gonna price it high with the promise of loads of content? That's checkered flag, by the way. We scrapped a P12. I bet we got nothing for this race. That's okay. Hey, Steve. Never buy one at launch? Yeah, I guess anyone... I never had an early AC or a very early ACC. I got into ACC probably as they'd worked it out. So... Are you telling me these guys did finish on... No, this tire widget is just changing every second. I don't trust it. Right. Well, if it wasn't for the crash, I think a top 10 was totally on board there. Pace was okay. 100% getting it. Barry said, not buying another early access title. I bought ACC in early access and didn't do much with it for 12 months. Interesting. They've been very upfront about what we get, which is helpful. There's a few cars in there I think would be really fun to just think of it as like a sit down and drive game, not a online competition sim. I think that's important. Guys, I just did all that for a loss of 21%. Horrendous. How was I 6th in that lobby? Really? I mean, I know I was a bit slow today, but 6th would have been... Wow. Anyway, I'll be honest, to be inflated into silver, I felt like was too high for my pace at the moment. Every time silver drivers turned up, I'd be like, uh-oh. Like, this is where I get shown up a little bit. Right. If I've got the energy, there's a slightly busier looking Portimao race. Against Steve McWin. Watch out, guys. I like that name. But this is 95 minutes. That's a lot of Portimao. I'm not sure why it's that long. But I guess strategically that makes it very interesting. Don't know. What do we think? So yeah, there's a part of me that does want to drive AC Evo early and be like a, you know, early adopter and really love it, but it depends how good the single player experience is from the get-go. Only know Monza and Spa? Hey. I had to learn a lot of tracks. Hey, I could get my ass kicked at Monza again. That's an option. Anyone want to see me get my ass kicked at Monza twice in a week? 3 times in a week? I love Portimao. I'm just deciding if I can handle 90 minutes of it today after an hour of Sebring. I could give it a go. How strong is the field? I don't want to be lapping on my own for 90 minutes. It's mixed. There's a lot of silvers out there. So I'll be a lower driver. It's just unfortunate this time of day isn't so busy at the moment because the splits tend to be a bit more fun when there's more drivers. So, wow, I could do Sebring again. Wow. Fuji's a tough one. Good track, really rewarding track. Very tough to settle into, I think. Were you in that race? How did you place, Bob? How you doing? I had a... Actually, I should show the replay a minute. How long do I have before Monza? 7 minutes? Yeah. Am I doing a Monza, guys? Wait, what do you want to see? Part of me was just going to do that race today. I just feel like it was a little bit of a dead race, so... Hey, congrats on 6. That's where I was supposed to finish, and I didn't. Hey, Denise. Welcome, welcome. I'll show you my crash. Maybe I won't do Monza. GTE? I didn't notice when the next one was. We can have a look. I could try it. I need to get used to braking again. A league? What time of day are you running the league? I am unsure, I'll be honest. I like leagues, but it depends where they fit into my work schedule. Because sometimes I stream early and then do my work commitments afterwards. So it really depends. Are you sharing it in like the Le Mans Discord at all? Because I can always go look for it later if you do. Broadcasting, nice. What time of day though? Is it evening UK? Because that's a very 50-50 time for me. I used to always race at that time, and then I started to change my routine. Okay, no worries, no worries. Right. Quick look at the first lap. This guy chopped my nose off straight away, which was thankfully of no real impact in the end. One guy gets shoved off there. Oh, and then this guy chooses to ignore the fact that we're there. So I'm already a bit fearful of the Beamer at this point. It wasn't really that bad, but it was tricky. Yeah, I got one at the start, and then I got pressured by a Beamer for a whole lap. Decided to relinquish finally, because I got like a bad exit to the final corner. And then I followed him into a wall. Hang on, what? Was this on? Or am I just driving badly? It's quite late, but he sort of gets there as well, so I don't think that's actually too bad. I don't think I expected it, but I don't think he thought I was going to shut the door, so that's fine. It was optimistic, and I was very much not in the mood to get force wide that early. Now look at the pressure off this Beamer here. Like, I get bonk here. Whoosh. Yeah, I think it was a little bit too ambitious. There's a chance he braked late and was just trying not to kill me in the first place. You never know on these opening laps. Hey, Fafa. Never can find a league. Have to put your son to bed at 7 and they always start at 6 or 7. The only place I've looked is racecontrol.gg, which is where you sign up for these championships anyway, if you want to do the extra. I paid the extra just so I could have a go. There are very few events that happen early in the day. Yeah. I was thinking of starting something around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the people who can't do the evening shift or just choose not to. Here's where my race went bad, was right here. Not because something happened, but because I didn't know what to do about this car. And the more I kind of gave him space, the more I got pressured. So it's one of those things where like, I'm not going to send a really stupid overtake here this early. But by being careful, I've now put myself back in, and then I get attacked. So sometimes your hands are tied here, and it's really hard to... I think I was defending well. Gave the guy a lane. Just about cut across there. Again, I'm fearing for my life here. But yeah, the opportunity was maybe there to get aggressive, and I didn't take it. But did I really have the overtake? It was going to be very brave. Because Sector 1 is not cool for like too wide stuff. Like the track's so narrow. It only works if one driver's willing to give up some space. We can have a look though. But look how much time I lose here. And then, this is really where it goes wrong, I think. It's this lap or next lap. Well, this looks okay. Did I survive this lap, maybe? just going to do like 3 laps of replay because the rest of my race was a crash and a recovery. And I lost all of my driver rating from the last week, which is always nice. What works for me now, though, is I get to be in a slightly lower pool of DR next race. So it'll come and go. Next lap, yeah. So at this point, he's now got the upper hand, right? And he's slightly spooking me. You can see I'm losing my cool here. But then, this is what I mean about these sends here. Yeah, if you want to. Hang on. Wait. As long as that Discord is a friendly, you know, good environment for people, I trust you. One sec. I've got to make sure I get your name right. Yeah, there you go. You've got a minute, so you get timed out, don't worry. But I guess I gave it to the wrong account then. Oh, I put an S on it. It's fine, I'll share it for you. Right, guys, Bob's... It's my fault. If anyone does like the sound of a league, there is a Discord being shared by Bob, but I can't verify it, so you have to trust Bob and trust the link, alright? My advice is put it in the LMU Online Championships bit of Discords, the bit where they let you post, because then anyone here knows if you've gone through LMU, it will be a-okay. But you asked pretty nice, so, you know, I only have to be careful for people who haven't got it all together, you know. Right, there's my mistake. I missed turn number whatever. So now I know, right? There is no use in fighting too hard. He's got a bit of overlap. He's not going to give up. If I... Look, he's flashing to say I am going to go. I stay wide. Now he flashes again, gets loose. And then I'm like, right, lock in behind him. Here we go. He hits the wall, and I hit the wall harder. And I get the rear damage. So one mistake leads to an overtake, which is fine. And then I make the stupidest call in the world, which is to follow this beamer. Like, so at this point, I'm like, okay, go. Stop flashing, drive, you know, just go. And then I'm like, right, lock in, follow him, get the slipstream, we're wide. And I hit the wall 3 times. And somehow, through the fate of... Where is he? I don't even know anymore. Was it Pat? I think it might have been Pat. The beamer just shoulders it off. Yeah, easy to say in retrospect. I would say I'd managed to hold my own up until that point. Oh, I think I've got the wrong beamer, actually. My bad. That was the beamer ahead of me. Doesn't matter. Pat was ahead of me. I think I conceded okay. Because by the end of the straight, it's only now when I get the flash. Look at this. I'm almost there. Like, I'm still racing here. Then I see the flash and think, you know what? Fine. But here, yeah, I needed to back off just there. Just tuck in a bit. But what I did is get glued under him. And, yeah. In which case, yeah, I understand your point. But, like, shoulda is very obvious, really, isn't it now? I should have just not accelerated and hit the wall. Like, let's be real. That was a poor, poor piece of driving, really. I can't blame a beamer for that. But yeah, sadly, I tracked right under that car and followed him right into the wall, which is less than optimal. But yeah, if I'd tucked in a bit off Sunset, yeah, that would have been cool. Thanks, dude. It's all right. Bob's all right, I think. Yeah, he was in my race as well. So. But if I don't put the caveat there and you guys follow a link to a Rickroll video, the pain that I get for that. We can try Spa. How about a run at Spa in GT3? That sounds like I'm gonna get my ass kicked, right? We could do that. How long? Yeah, I'm very all right. Thank you very much. All good. 11 minutes. Raking in the view again. Damn it. I've been had. Oh, wait. Is that Lynxie? Oh, you should have said. Yeah, I know Lynxie. I watch Lynxie sometimes, yeah. Guys, should we try Spa? 10 minutes? I've got 2 laps practice. Weather's okay. Haven't driven it in the GT3s before. Oh, it's RTO. Yeah. You can never see it from the link. Yeah, it's fine. I should have just clicked the link. That would have been sensible. I'm more likely to join knowing that, actually, because it's around a driver community I like. That's a big plus, definitely. And I've never entered anything. How soon is that kicking off? Because I believe you. Yeah. I don't need selling on that community. Like that's a good bunch. Very fast though. It's gonna be tricky. Guys, I'm gonna throw some more driver rating in the bin here. And we're gonna finish today on a spa. A hot, sweaty spa session, alright? This is a terrible idea. But I'm embracing it now. Spa is a track I like very much and always think I've got enough experience to drive, and then it comes to a race without much prep and it absolutely kicks me. So we're going to do it. As long as you know that's... I'm at peace with that right now. It can only go as bad as Sebring, and it's not going to, right? It's a safe track. The reason it kicks your ass is people get really good at this track. Like, obsessively good at this track. I've got 10 minutes max. Luckily, if I load Delta, I can actually nab a setup. Hey, Delta, please load. Yes. Yes. I was like, hey, Siri. Right. Spa. Race set. Let's have a go. This is not a good advert for a Coach Delta set today. I advise preparing and getting to know the car. Alright. Spa being Spa, we'll get an outlap. Yeah, you're fine. Have we got a time for this meeting yet? Like, half the admin team are a bit AWOL at the moment. I've probably just missed the chat today, haven't I? Has everyone agreed a time or not yet? I've got to come off soon anyway, because I need a couple of work hours in my day to finish stuff off. And I got a video to finish for Denise on YouTube. I don't know if you're still here right now, but congrats on your 500 subs, by the way. Should be very proud of that. Epic. I haven't driven here in this car, like, in this sim. Oh, this feels nice, though. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry to call you out. It just pop straight to mine. It's quite a nice timed video, really, isn't it? Like, soft celebration in a way. It's like the next step for the channel. Very cool. My next cinematic that I do on my time, well, like a hobby one, is going to be the full GT3. I guess the final arrival of the season kit that they're unveiling over recent months. And I might film it at the new track, or I might film it somewhere like Interlagos, having never filmed there in anything, really. Oh, thanks, man. This is so nice. After Sebring, this is so nice. I don't think I realized how on edge I am at Sebring with all the bumps, the curbs, and like the unforgiving edges of the track. Your channel's doing well. Yeah, no kidding. Like, you got a really healthy audience, like, sat watching you. It's, yeah, it's nice to see. Around 7 PM, no worries, Susan. That's kind of what I guessed anyway. But, yeah, I'll just make sure I've got something to eat before that starts. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be a long meeting tonight, does it? It's just like... my feeling when we were voting, so currently we're building a GTA server from scratch for roleplay community. Like, sometimes I've streamed this stuff, sometimes I don't, but and we're in the process of like naming and designing a whole identity for it. It's a whole branding job, but we need to agree the name. That's a meeting we're having tonight. Bahrain and Portimao, very true. I think that's why 90 minutes of Portimao was hard to go for today. I love the track, but straight after Sebring, I don't know. I don't think I've got 90 minutes of focus for that. At least Spa, I'm not going to be quick here, but I can rely on a fair amount of laps in all the sims to sort of at least navigate here. And actually this set is lovely. Very intuitive so far. I'm happy. I thought... oh, that put me off. I thought it was coming straight in front of me. The spicy bit is going to be getting lapped. It's not a very long race, but it's probably enough time for at least that, like, one wave by of the traffic. No idea how people are going to race here, but this is a advanced level thing. So you need a certain amount of, whoa, that, I just got a loss of feedback and a freeze then. I think that's when people join. I wonder if he got the same thing, because he seemed to back off there. That was a bit spooky. Alright, we still got time. And Bahrain, I still haven't mastered for sure. I'm starting to get a better idea of it, but there's a couple of corners that, oh. It's the middle sector for me. The downhill left slow braking zone. So tricky, because you can't actually go too slow there to keep the momentum. And then the following corner to go left back up the hill, which the car desperately just wants to slide out. Guys, I've got 2 minutes of Twitch ads scheduled. They're coming around fast today. I swear no time is passing between them, but they'll trigger in like the next minute, probably while I'm just loading in. But good time to go. Well, a kettle, or, you know, you want to hit the mute button if you're gonna smashed with ads. Keep them running so anyone who joins the stream doesn't have to deal with ads on their arrival. So That's why. Slamming into the pit entrance on the slow left? This track or Bahrain? I assume you mean Bahrain, right? Because ironically, there is a slow left at the pit entrance here, but I don't imagine that's such a problem. I've got to learn where the grip limit is here, and it's going to be a lot quicker than I think. I need to tease the oversteer back out of the car. I'm actually really enjoying that this guy wants to just lap with us, because it's more like when you're in a community race, a bit like Bob was promoting, where you can just have really good runs with people at similar pace, and you're not always getting dived on by the, you could say, the rating chasers. At Bahrain, it can be a comedy of errors there. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Oh, no, you're gonna be very nice. You're letting me go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. That's funny. I was like, I'm already ruining my lap. Let's not ruin yours. Now you got wide, you melon. Oh, that's funny. Okay, it's lobby time anyway, so let's do a flat out through here and see what happens. Doable, but very, very prone to oversteer if you rush it. Yeah, and mistakes on lap 1 are either legit, like, just mistakes, like people make mistakes, or will be called out enough for the health of the series. Right, 20 seconds. The ads have done a really, they fit really well today. I hate running them, absolutely hate running them, but it's the only way to get new people in to check things out. I don't expect anyone to sit through an ad before they even know what the channel's doing. Like, yeah, it's tough on here on Twitch. I don't really know if there's a good solution. Yeah, exactly. Like, and there's a bit more lenience between something intentional and something very accidental. Like, because you've got the human, like, stewarding quality. As long as, you know, it's a good community, obviously. I'm not really doubting that. Yeah, thanks for introducing yourself, though, man. Very nice to meet you. Sorry to get you timed out with the link. I added an S onto your name and made a right mess of that. Okay. Julien Leclerc. Not quite Leclerc. Is that it? 7? Is that really it? Nah, there's going to be a couple more. There we go. There we go. Have faith. This race is final race in the stream because I got lots to fit in today and work has to happen. What I need to know is how long we're racing for. Suggest your own song? What? What do you mean? Is Bob's Place a song? Is that the name of a famous song? The server's not even showing me the race. I hate this. I can't even prepare. I think it's 30 something minutes, which will be 16, 17 laps. 80%? I need to load the set first, actually. Very easy to get that wrong. I might go out on full tank, honestly. What is hardstyle? I'm curious. What is hardstyle? I'm pretty open, but Spotifyable? Oh, nice. I've DJ'd like on and off a while back. I haven't done it for a long time. Robert Frank's Lift Your Spirits. Alright. I got a minute. As long as I can filter it through good old Spotify so it doesn't make the VOD for now. Because I don't want anything on the VOD. Lift Your Spirits. I don't think it's on there. Oh, okay, it's not copyrighted. Are any of his songs on Spotify? I don't really want to use. Oh no, actually, you're right. No, the artist isn't on Spotify. My bad. Okay. End of this race, I can switch my audio settings so it won't make the VOD anyway. If I remember. If not, I will check it out and bookmark it. I actually put that up a while back, that suggestion thing, and then forgot I'd put it up there, so feel welcome. Even if you think like, oh, this song would really fit with what you're listening to. I really like hearing what people are into. I'm very music oriented. Like, I do video editing, but for me, and I do animation, but for me, like, the audio is the main job before any of it. Like, before I do my work, it's like, it's got to be right. It's got to be good. Oh, that was a bad. Proper Dutch music? Interesting. It's going to be a banger. Oh. Let's go for quali then. Right. It's time to be humbled. Time to be humbled. Banging for sure. Is it like kind of like a Euro beat? Like a bit of a thumper? You know, like high tempo? I got really, really hooked on like old soul and funk and like producers and DJs who were remixing that stuff about 10 years ago. And it all blew up quite a lot just after I almost stopped being interested in the DJing element so much because I just started focusing on like job related stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I had a good set of music that was just breaking out into like people really listening on the radio to it and stuff. I can sometimes be very good at being a bit too early for something. And then it will get big just as I fade off. I'm just too keen. I did that with like ACC as well. Driving it daily. Just as it was breaking into like people taking it semi-seriously. Then I ran myself a little bit out of steam on it. And like within a year, the game was huge. Like it was on every sim races like plate for a while. And I was like, well, I've come and gone. I missed the bit where everyone started getting good and I was actually switched on, you know, and paying attention. 150? Yeah, alright. Probably make me faster. Actually, that's the point. This playlist is probably fading into like recommendations now. What else have we got? There was a point where maybe because I didn't know much better, I could really drive it, compete, enjoy it. I used to do team races with driver swaps. We used to do like sim grid endurance weekends. Like they would do like championships over several weekends. They did dailies, very first dailies like we were involved with. And then there came an update where it was 1 point whatever, right? And I just don't know. I couldn't drive it intuitively anymore. And I think I was almost like too stubborn to want to change everything I'd learned again. I don't think I had the drive to do that. So I kind of fell off, yeah. And never really came back. Didn't like dislike it, just couldn't adapt and still have fun, I guess. That's the main thing. Stop having fun. You don't really want to do anything as a hobby. Like, don't punish yourself. Overall I do love the handling. I'm still learning a lot about it. I don't think I use enough of the car's tendency to slide. I think I hold back too much. So like, it's very different to iRacing. In iRacing, if you're in a car, say like GT3s, you're always a little bit conscious that if you slide, you're kind of dead for quite a long time on the track. You might still be pointing forward, but every apex and every exit starts to become kind of like punishing for that one slide you did. I don't know if it's improved yet, but... So I think I've carried that kind of paranoia into this. Look at that Delta dancing, holy crap. But yeah, in a more similar principle, I think, to iRacing, you can rotate using a little bit of braking, and I think I'm still getting on top of that, to be honest. Tiny dabs of the brake, though, are pretty powerful here. Alright, car feels good. And... oh, the line's actually quite a long way off. Yeah, we do need to get quicker. For a no practice run, though, I think we'll find a way. Yeah, fully aware of them. Yeah, I remember them starting streaming and stuff, like, yeah. I've done loads with their channel. I'm not actually really a viewer, like, I don't watch a whole lot of sim racing whilst sim racing. Only, like, very late at night for me if I'm watch a couple of drivers to see how they're doing and stuff. I'm not much of a sim racing watcher when I'm streaming, because it's sort of nice to keep your brain thinking about what you're doing and not what you should be doing compared to X, Y, Z. I'm more tuned into Dave Perel's stuff, who you might have heard of too. He's like behind the sim grids with a team, and they run the Coach Delta stuff. I think that was the driver I really started paying attention to in real racing. I started watching the GT World Challenge stuff when they were still in the green Rinaldi Ferrari, like the old shape Ferrari too. And then I just kept an eye on their sim grid developments, and I kind of still feel very... well, I mean, what they've built in this whole time is insane. Regardless of whether you're like a particular, you know, setup shop fan or whatever, it doesn't matter, but yeah, it's insane to see what's been built around sim racing in that time. If you haven't heard of, yeah, look up David Perel, P-E-R-E-L. Still a real life driver. Now I think has moved into different GT3 disciplines, like different series lately. I need to get my facts right on that. Oh, I thought I had one more lap. Oh well. Told you I'd be off the pace, but luckily so is half the lobby. So we'll get a race. We'll get a race. I'm just going to use this to motivate myself to get better. Oh, we got a whole mix here. This is great. And I am 2 seconds off most of the field. 3 seconds off the fast boys. That's fine. That's fine. I'll spell it out for you. Like that. You'll probably recognize some of what they do in the sim racing space. Once you start looking, you'll be like, oh, it's those guys. Maybe. If not, then it's basically the brand that's in here. This is the fastest way to show you. I'm talking about the driver behind everything here. That's the first real racer I kind of paid attention to in GTs. I think this was the race set. How do I check again? Checking. Reloading. Just, I don't trust myself. Right, race set. You know what? I don't think I need much less than a full tank, to be honest. I'll just trim it. I'm going to be overweight. We'll deal with it. I don't want to be thinking about fuel. All right, cool. Does some good YouTube. Like recently did a video about is GT3 realistic? So it's a different driver to get a view of. I'm not saying like that's the only source of information you should go to or anything, but I think it's another good voice. And he used to do like Gran Turismo content when most people are on GT Sport. Like he's come through quite a few games that I've played. So I guess I naturally just kind of paid attention. Right, setup's loaded. I wish I could get to this quicker sometimes. I'll go a bit lower. I'll be too safe. Okay. This is where I find out it's raining or something. This race is about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. If it's longer, then I'm screwed. I should have checked because it glitched on me in practice. Oh my goodness, I really should have checked. I haven't got time to reset now. I'm going to trust my memory now. Otherwise, you might see me retire very early today. Good God. Please.
What's up, Frankie?
I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Koska, I think. That's how I'm going to go with it. Koska. QOS, thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. This is my final race in the day. We got hammered at Sebring. And Bob,
What's
thank
up,
you.
Frankie?
Dude. Thank you for the follows, guys. Hey. That's 1,900 followers, guys. You just helped me to 1,900. Well done. Well done. Let's go. Thank you. It's not the easiest time to look away, but there we go. Please no false start. All right, this is a complete mixed bag at Spa. Oh, it's 40 minutes. I might be in trouble. I might be in trouble. It's 5 minutes longer than I... Oh, I trimmed it as well, didn't I? What an idiot. Okay, I might have to be lifting a little bit in this one. I might have to be lifting. Oh, God. Don't die. Yes, we're fine. They're not fine. We're okay. There was no pickup there. I've never had to do that on cold tires that hard, and I definitely overdid it. Right, good. Hopefully just cold tires, or the mechanics didn't fit the rear wing at the start of this race and I didn't know about it. Well, they're not cold now. Not a good track for that to happen because it's very hard to get the momentum back to the cars ahead. But I'm probably also now buried under drivers who might not be the same pace. We'll find out. Going slightly aggressive there because I've got a feeling we have the pace. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna literally mention it as I went in, like, oh, I'm gonna have to watch these tires, and the car was already halfway around the spin. Thank you to the Beamer for not, like, making hard work of that, though. Could have been a messy start. Right, let's pick up the pieces. It's not been a very... I've had 3 races in a row now where I've kind of bitten myself off, basically. So. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're newer to the channel or recently... Whoop. Okay. I am defending that because I am not done here. On my YouTube channel, exclamation mark YouTube or exclamation mark YT. Oh, that abbreviation doesn't sound like what I'm saying. That's not what I mean. The letters YT. My God, I didn't realize until I said that. I produce like film cinematics from the game and from other sims. Yeah. Exclamation mark YouTube. What is today, guys? I swear. I might as well just sack it off now and what am I doing? Alright. We push on. There are cars to chase, and we might... The one wing and a prayer I've got here, if the fuel is enough, which might be very tight at the moment, because cocky me scraped some fuel off. Oh man, if I hadn't taken fuel off, we might have been fine. But we might find pace that we didn't have in quali, which means catching some people, hopefully. There's a train ahead. But yes, some of you have gone over there and subscribed. I have noticed that this week, and thank you if you did. But I'm mainly telling you because you just might want to see them. They're pretty fun to make, and I actually take them as commissions on occasion. I've done them for clients, and I've done them for other content creators. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be hard to finish on. Wow, no, not like that. Too much lower because there's DNFs now. The braking point is so different there. I need to undo everything I know about Spa. No worries, man. If I miss you, I'll see you in the next one. Don't stress about when you're back or whatever. Because I will be getting off in a bit of a pronto after this. Because I've got stuff to do. Man, it's already gone 4. It's because I started late today. Yeah, all good. Nice to meet you, though. Thanks for the connect through Linksy, though. That was cool. Oh, it's so hard to understand through there. It's very responsive. I'm nearly killing the car in there. Right, I think I'm in a place of having to lift it. 18 laps is 36 minutes. We might be okay. We might be right on the borderline here. So what I can do is try and get under these cars rather than be stranded on my own, and see if we can make some ground here. This could be interesting yet. I'm just so glad it's not like mad pacey lobby. It's a bit of a mix of drivers. Gives me a hope of some racing here. Quicker there. Oh, hypercars are getting a move on. Already like half a lap away. There's so many drivers here if we can get a bit closer. Oh. Okay. I thought that was too late. I was wrong. Right, let's go. Right, just shy of 17 laps with 32 minutes to go. Yeah, I'm right on the edge. Virtual energy is happy days. Fuel. It's really interesting through there. I get understeer where I don't expect it. I really don't have it there right now. Legends! Absolute legends! Levy! What's up, bro? Were you in this today or were you back on GT? Good to see you, dude. Raiding in with, I think that was 26. I'm just showing everyone how not to drive Spa if you want to join. What up, Melissa? Good to see you. Yeah. This is my first time on Spa since the GT3s came out, so... And I'm slightly short on fuel. Make of that what you will. GT7, good shit. Bro, good to see you. What league? Is it a GT league or a community one? Awesome, dude. Do you know, okay, shameful admittance, I watched the GT film for the first time this week. I didn't watch it when it first launched. I missed it. I was too scared I wasn't gonna like it. Don't know how much of a hot topic that is for you, but... Nev knows a thing or two about being like... Yes, help me, help me. So the deal is, I might have enough, I might not have enough. It's borderline. I thought this was 35 minutes of racing. This is 40 minutes of racing. It's a huge error. I'll read that in a sec. Hang on, hang on. Hold up. I need to get my act together. Officially sanctioned motorsport SA League. That's cool. Good luck, dude. I once got hired for a day, this is true story, to teach real racing drivers how to set up Gran Turismo to go race at Goodwood. And it was actually part of the Goodwood's weekend. I might die, I don't trust the car here. My whole stomach drops there. It's so nervous there, but that's because the set is designed for a good driver. So. I'm on a coach set, by the way. You'll know plenty about that. I think we're catching this guy now. I think we're starting to make headway. I just don't remember consistency and how it works. No way, dude. Last week at Kota, in Le Mans Ultimate, like here, I tried to do a whole hour without fueling, which in this car, the virtual energy just doesn't last that long. I gambled that the final lap was the final lap and coasted over the line with like 1%, only to find out the leader had made it one more. And I was basically dead. Like, there was no finishing that race, and I freewheeled all the way around. And I got within about 10 meters of the finish line, and it got uphill at the end when I ran out of power. Yeah. So not only did I stubbornly try and get round on no energy, I fell short by about 10 meters because the pit lane was uphill. And I thought the pit lane would be the fastest cut to the finish line. Yeah, it was a good day. Thank you, Loza. Appreciate it very much. You have a good day. Yeah, guys, I started on GT Sport. I used to stream it daily. Used to have a massive community of drivers there. Absolutely loved it. Still know some of those drivers. Some of them got really quick. Like, insanely quick. Like, Levy's pretty quick. Yeah, you enjoy, dude. You enjoy. Thanks for the raid. This is my last race of the day, guys, by the way. So you're not going to see too much of me today, but... Oh, I'm usually on here and live sometime after midday UK. Sometimes before if I'm really organized. Yeah, get the PS4 off. We need GT... I can't talk through it. It's too scary. We need GTA with a fully, beautifully designed multiplayer system that isn't borrowed from GT Sport. We are good. I believe they can do it. I believe. Because they do everything else pretty damn well. Where's this guy come from? Oh, it's the hypercar. Right, now it gets interesting. Maybe I can get him here. Maybe we get him here. Look. It's getting messy. This is really messy. That Chevy is screwed at this point. Oh, I got loose. Push, push, push. Yeah, I loved 7 for like the wholesomeness of it. But at the time I wanted to stream it, the multiplayer was like dysfunctional. I know it's not that anymore. I 100% know that, but that was my window and I kind of fell off. Luckily, this is entertaining me still. So yeah, we're at Spa. I keep making little mistakes, but so does the Corvette, so... How did he drive that quickly away on the gravel? Fuel is on a tipping point, we might just make it. Ciao, dude. Thank you so much. Had some amazing raids, guys. Thank you. Thank you to every channel that spots us and comes and says hello, because I've been out of sim racing for months. And it's very difficult to come back and remind everyone you're around, so... You're doing me a massive solid in that respect, thank you. Right, I've got 2 cars inside the top 10 ahead. Maybe 3. Maybe. And I need to make something happen in the second half of this race. It's just unfortunate I'm not very good at this. That was too early. Okay, here they come. Here we go. Here we go. So that is the hypercar class. They are insanely quick compared to the GT3s. I haven't, but guys in chat, probably just before you were here while we were in your race, we're all talking about it. Yeah, it was a lot of VR chat today. I won't do it probably because of streaming. I don't think I could stream and VR. It would throw me off, I think. But I hear a lot of good things, don't get me wrong. Yeah, basically, these guys are trying to talk me into emptying my wallet for another sim racing reason. Stop. Stop. I need a wheel first, okay? I'm about to get murdered. Oh my goodness, I thought they weren't going to, I thought they weren't going to give up their line then. Every time I get a chance at this Corvette, I get loose. The beam is slow. Come on tires. There is a chance I've destroyed my tires this race, and I'm going to struggle for the rest of it. That's what inexperience will do. Right, one more hypercar. Will they go here? I lifted. Oh, still got washed out. That's fine. Alright, now we're involved. Hypercar's made a right mess of that. What a mess. You're on a quest 2 now. No, I think I want a wheel more than a VR, but I just can't imagine streaming with half of my face looking like Astrobot, you know? I mean, Astrobot's maybe if I got an Astrobot VR with all the cool, like, different eye graphics and stuff, maybe then I would get one. If you don't know what Astrobot is, you should definitely play it once in your life. But yeah, I think it's very practical to use VR. I do. If you don't want to set up monitors, etc., why wouldn't you? Like, my rig would be so much better if I just VR'd it, for sure. But for streaming? Yeah. I'm like looking at the ceiling like, hello, chat. Hi, chat. And you're like, stop shaking the camera around, buddy. Stop getting excited, will you? Making everyone like motion sick. Oh my god, that was a lot of closing speed. Okay, bud. It was a nice fight until it wasn't. I've had no luck today. We move on. Thanks for the space. Oh man, that was a nice 2x2. I've just worked for 5 laps to catch that guy for that. Hey, Trackalicious. Look, man, if you're paying these actors to do this to me, you can stop now, okay? Stop the drama. I've got a long way to go to catch him again now. Caught red-handed. Wait, you think I protest too much? What about VR? I might be missing context there. I was busy getting absolutely wrecked. My bad. Yes. Entertaining though, unfortunately, the best races are the ones where we get absolutely scissor kicked in the balls. This is one of them. I hoped that driver had seen me coming for lap after lap and thought, right, it's my time, you know, we're gonna show this guy. Uh-oh, yellow. Oh no! There's one freebie. Right, can angry boy Frank get some time back or not? I need to drive really angry now. Just an FYI, guys, I do usually try and turn them off if we get a busy stream, but ads are... I can't stop them now. Ads are about to arrive. This is your 2-minute warning. You have time to go make a cup of tea. Whatever. Cup of coffee. Keg of beer. Sit in your VR headset. And act all smug because I'm not in VR. Do what you want, but you may get 2 minutes of interruption, which is about a lap of Spa. Half a lap in my car. Half a lap. And then you can watch me drive in an absolute fury and make absolutely no gap on the cars ahead, okay? Sound good? Subs, obviously, you'll suffer through this with me, and that's fine. I'm sorry that the perk of this stream is that you get to watch the crap. I'll have him. I'll have him. Let him in. Here it comes. I'll have him. And dead. Killed him. Great race. They might crash again, though. They seem hell-bent on their position that it might, you know, it might come back to us. Anyway, if you do survive the ads, I appreciate you very much. Get the mute button ready if they're bad, okay? I want to start a campaign on Twitch where if you're a small channel like me, you can go just ad-free and leave everybody alone. That's my campaign. What do you reckon? If my stream disconnects in 2 minutes, then I've said that at the wrong time when somebody's listening. Okay, that car needs to go. I think it has gone. 6 seconds. I've now got 10 laps of fuel. We should be golden. Horrible. Come on. Wakey, wakey, wakey. I see dust. Manually it's difficult because of when I'm racing. But yeah, that's the other way. So for example, at the end of the race, I would charge up like 3 minutes of ads so that then there's a free hour, or 2 minutes of ads, and time it with breaks. That is the other way to do it. Could work. Could be worth a try. I do like that I don't have to think about it every time though. I'm not particularly good at like automated stuff and remembering to do it myself. If I know it happens and I get a warning, then at least I can warn everyone. You have to run 3 minutes an hour to stop people getting ads anywhere else. It's quite brutal. So I can manually type like run commercial when I'm going for a break or something. So that could be the way to do it. The thing is, I'll forget, start a race, and then everyone who might come and say hello, they get the ad. Like they're guaranteed an ad every time they connect. And it's a little bit like, that would put me off getting to know a streamer probably. I don't know, everyone's different. If you go to Reddit for these opinions, you'll find it's divided. Top advice is don't go to Reddit for these opinions. But that's the key thing, Steve. People might say turn ads off then, and it's like the ads appear at the start without fail. Every time someone tries to look at the stream, ad. Click away and come back, ad. You'd be surprised how bad it is. And like, I can't run ads for money. If anyone's like, nah, he's just milking some cash, I can tell you that it probably wouldn't turn a light bulb on for more than 10 minutes, honestly. It's not good. It's not worth it. And that's why I would like the option to have an ad-free experience. But the platform wants to drive an advertising model, so I've literally fed back to them in surveys saying you're really hurting small channels. I'm not sure it matters too much. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a major concern. It works for big channels because they can make their income on ads, right? So they want to push you to get a subspace because they take half the cut on that, right? It's pretty smart business. So yeah, that's why I have YouTube in parallel too. These people have the option to have a non-monetized way of like being uninterrupted, and then what more choice can I offer? That is literally how much it is, Steve. That is literally about as much, maybe not even that. It's more like 50 cents US, so it's more like 30p. If I run wall-to-wall ads all day, like, it's definitely not worth the money. But I have done test streams recently without saying anything where I've turned ads off. And it does not impact positively the amount of people who might arrive at the stream, obviously, because they're the ones who get the ads. So at the moment, I just try and call the ads out and give everyone a chance to avoid them. Really? Really? What's that based on? Like, is that a known joke, or is that a known thing? Like, that's super interesting. We'll have a look at the replay after this, but I'm pretty sure I got a good race ruined by that Corvette here. There's a chance on the replay that I started to drift off my line, in which case that's on me, and I'm not going to cause a scene. It's just annoying because they are exactly my pace. They would have made a really good fight for the whole race. Like, I wouldn't have cared if we got past or not. Apparently, the priority here is to close the door. I got wiped out yesterday at Monza by a rejoin too, so I'm definitely on a bad run. So, you know, we're coping. We're really coping today. Yeah, one thing I can live with is it's like, it's not the worst amount of ad time in the grand scheme. Like, there are platforms out there now, and there's no point in me calling them out, but you know what I mean, where you can pay for a service and still get advertised to. Like, it's getting worse. That's a thing? Ah, I'm gonna look that up. Because I could be like, yeah, this is the politics of racing. Because I don't have strong political offerings to you as a stream. Nor do I particularly encourage it here, because it has no relevance to what we do here. But thank you. At least you stopped. At least you stopped. I thought that was... I was saying thank you because I thought that was the end of my race, but... There are 3 cars, all battling. And I should be part of that. Come on. It's yellow. 1 died. It's the Corvette. Now, I'm not a revenge seeker because, you know, mistakes happen and I haven't seen the replay, but I do want that position. And I nearly died trying to get it. I need momentum up here because he might be slow. Oh, we're going to hound this Corvette. We are... Chakalicious, your paid actor is on a time limit here, alright? I hope you're paying him well, because... I tell you what, Eric, they've engaged I will really try it mode, and I really have been very chilled since I came back. I've watched tiny bits back now and then. Oh, don't die now. Oh, nearly took me out in the process. What? Are they drunk? That was anticlimactic, but I'll take it. You need to be a hundreds and thousands streamer audience to make ads become a factor in your income, for sure. Now, if I was lucky enough to have 100 viewers, which I still consider a very, like, respectable audience. If someone can hold 100, that's huge. Not relevant to, like, the biggest channels on Twitch kind of level, but... I left it. You better be feeling grateful. I was in a good mood there. I didn't have to do that, but I did it. Yeah, 100's huge. Like, I've seen your LMU broadcasts, like, you cap over 50 during those easily. It's huge. Like, it makes such a difference. Even just for, a bit of a feel-good factor, you know? Just knowing there's a community rallying. Guys, I'm so bad at this game today. I've given it back to the paid actor. I feel so stupid for doing that. And now I gotta fight for my position again. Hey, I can't complain this time. I talked myself into the spin. No blame. I can't believe I gave it back. That's the sad. I don't mind the Beamer. I'm just so sad we gave the Corvette anything. Like, even... Oh, the car's so loose now. Right. Errors have been made today. Lessons are being learned. I'm still P10, but I feel like I'm on a technicality at this point. I don't want to get, you know, too hard on this Beamer. He's done nothing wrong. He's just been smooth and not crashing, unlike the rest of the field ahead of him. He doesn't deserve the wrath, you plum. Not run. Not run. But yeah, on topic, like, even an audience of 100 starts to make more sense of, like, how ads give something to the stream. So I do understand if you hit a certain audience size, maybe you then become, like, advertising potential and therefore have to show some ads. Like, business-wise, that makes sense. But when you're building a community, it sucks to throw ads at people, because I don't know, like, what value are they bringing to the stream? Zero. They're not even relevant. Oh well, I've said enough. I'll probably talk myself into a corner here. But I can't believe I just gave the Corvette a position back. I think Varen is drunk. I think the Corvette is drunk. We just need one more spin. Oh my god, he's slowing down. Is he alright? Jeez, Beamer. That's why they're not crashing. Man, we don't have much time. Focus, focus, focus. Alright, alright. I will admit, chat was probably getting the better of me there. Focus at least. Yeah, he really slipped up. I can't hold this car through there. Saved it, but I cannot hold this car through there. I don't quite know why it's so ready to flip, but I think it's driving styles not quite dialing in with me on the fast stuff. My days, that was like, I've seen that done in real life, you know, when they get loose and they manage to straighten it out there. Rear's probably cooked, you're right. What we need is lots of hypercars now. And they're not here, are they? So I can't rely on that. Let's focus on this fight, and the vet might appear, might not. They are a bit slow. Tires are definitely screaming a bit. 3 spins will do that. Yeah, it has been a few, hasn't it? At least one of them I can say might not have been my fault. Just gonna distract this guy into oblivion before I spin. Damn. I lifted, but too much. don't know if we get a good slip down here or not. I think I'm faster into this braking zone, so I can be brave. I don't want to kill him. I do want to overtake him. He's late this time. That was a good braking point. Corvette's recovered, so let's ignore them. Secretly hope they bin it, but... Thanks for watching, guys. This is the closing race of the day. I was supposed to get off about now. I didn't realize this was such a long event, but I appreciate you sticking with us. I cannot mimic their speed through there. It's better than last time, though. It's great how closely matched everything is, though. Good fight, this. That's off track. Don't do that. You know what? This is a more fun fight than I was ever getting with the vet, so... let's enjoy it. This guy's driving really well now. Went too early. I tried to get the car pointed so I could drive out, and it was too early. Definitely suffering for rear grip. God, I've worked hard at this race. Spa is actually a bit of a beast when you're trying. Imagine trying for P9. Damn. I think minus getting taken out, there was a top 6 for sure though. I think there was a good result here. Now we just gotta fight. One more? 2 more laps? Depends what the leader is. Depends what the hypercar leader is. Don't want to ram him. That was close. Right, there is the track map. It's all down to the leaders creating one more lap, which I think they might. It's close. Because we can time it in GT3, but that's got nothing to do with the hypercars. Yeah, it is. I think we know today there was a possible, like, high result, and then now we just gotta take what's been sent our way. Although I did spin on my own, didn't I? So maybe it all evens out. 1 extra lap from the hypercar, as long as they don't lap us. That's good news. I'm still too cautious in some of these spots. No grip. No traction. Focus. Come on. Really difficult though, because I don't want to slam him on an apex and kill the fight. Not again. Come on, man. I can drive better than this. This is fun though. This is why I like Spa, I think. This bit of, you know, mutual driver respect. The fights can just keep going. How is this the last lap? Huh? It may not be. I have a massive build I'd love to see in LMU, which is a very clear indication of when the last lap has started. Because I'm pretty sure we have to do one more. There has been absolutely nothing to tell me for sure, and if I needed to pit this lap, for fuel, that information is like essential. So I'm having to do it off the track map, basically. That's the one thing I'd love to see changed or improved. Yeah, crew chief, you're right. Well, all it is like the leader is on the final lap. ACC does it. iRacing has a white flag. Like, it can be done in a million ways that suit the series. It just needs to be there for me. Because I don't want to think about it if I'm short on fuel. I've not finished a race for that reason before, because I just wasn't 100% how many laps we were going to do. So yeah, I think crew chief's going to have to come back for now. Minimal chat, crew chief. Right, here we go. This is the lap. Let's give it a shot. Run here. Oh, I got oversteer. What a fight, though. Good fight. Don't want to kill him, and I do want to fight. This is tough though. Alright. Don't, not again. Oh my god. I shouldn't have poked my nose in the first place. It was too much of a half move. That's not his fault. It's so hard to leave space there. Damn. That was too much of a half move. That's on me. You've got to be alongside if you're going to do it there. Still going there. Thankfully, he left a little more space than the last guy, so, you know, he's too good through there. I think waiting at the downhill, we might have had it here. I think I might have just peaked too soon then. Maybe. Still one more though. He gets such a good run down here, I can't get close enough. I tried to get the exit. I really tried to hook back there. What a fight. Where'd he go? Did he alt F4? Mate, can I save that for the next stream just because I'm an hour late now for what I was going to do? But yes, please. I will. I promise I will indulge that, all right? Yeah. I'll also do it when I can stop YouTube first, because YouTube is what trips you. So today we have donated 21% of driver ranking. Heroic, but I had fun doing it, and the driver rank is meaningless in the bigger picture. So that is the most fun race I've had in ages. Well done to the Beamer. Great drive at the end. I did not quite have the sauce to make the overtake. I had the pace, but man, that would have made a nice broadcast race, wouldn't it? That little bit, like, that'd have been an exciting one to be watching from the cameras, I bet. Let's just have a look at the crash before I go. I'm gonna play it out. This one incident. Yeah, Bob, I owe you one. Don't worry, I'm not shirking you off there. Thank you, GG. Right, I've got 2 hours before I'm needed. I need to do a work hour and I need to get a shower. It's going to get busy for me tonight. Guys, if you followed today, thank you. Don't forget the YouTube channel is out there if you like the cinematic stuff. I do owe the channel a new one, so that's on my list. We're just going to look at whether the Corvette was avoidable or whether the Corvette was a murder. So I spent an entire race catching this car, which was really fun. So I'm assuming it's about a lap away because I'm close, but not quite there. The question is, was it a good move? So I got the run. I moved out early. I'm only 3/4 there. I'm almost alongside. I think I'm just a bit unlucky, you know? I don't think he turned in. I think I just didn't get any luck. I'm eating so much curb that I'm going to go wide. So understeer starts now. I just needed an extra meter from the Corvette. That's all I needed. So I think that's bad luck. I don't think... I do make cinematic stuff, yes. I'm going to show you it at the end of this stream anyway, because it's my outro. So if you want a taste of it, I'll link you the channel as well if you want to see it for sure. Because, like, no ego, but I make them as well as I can. Like, I think they're good. And I sometimes get commissioned to make them for different, like, race organizations. I did 3 films for VCO last year, who did some big events. Yeah. And that's all come from just putting videos on my channel. So that's kind of what I do when I'm not working or racing. It's like my third wheel, halfway between my hobby and my job. I'm not taking commissions immediately, but I usually am when I'm not stacked. So he did turn in a little bit, didn't he? Not a lot, but just a little bit. He could have left me just a little bit of room, unfortunately. No blame on the guy, like, it's not like he suddenly changed direction. Oh, there's a good view. There you go. We'll end on that, guys. We'll end on that beautiful picture. You ready? And that is the story of the race today. Oh, sweet, dude. Good to know. That is what happened to us and why we had a bit of a loss of a race, but I had a good time. Alright, shush, 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 shush. That noise. Oh my goodness. That is all for today. Good stream, good audience. Thank you, Levy, for the raid. Big old raid from you. If you stayed since the raid, very grateful. Everyone who watched earlier saw me make a right bin of Sebring, but we finished. We survived. We learned. I want to do more of these at Spa. I think next stream, Friday maybe? Oh wait, my birthday's coming up on Friday. I might stream tomorrow instead. I might stream a different day. I might stream on birthday. I'll decide. And AC Evo's out, so I'll have one eye in that camp as well. But anyway, you have a beautiful day, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping me rebuild the channel. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Here's some cinematic loveliness for the outro. I'll see you in the next one.